Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? بديت تفيلمي c'est bon.
Live, yes.
أنا بانو. Oh,
Ooh.
I'm not even self-conscious حبيبي.
Ooh.
Oh, هوليك.
So this is how the spotlights
حكيم
look
تاع
like,
الجنة.
huh? This is how the spotlights look like.
هكذا حبيبي هكذا تبان. Oh, شوابس.
Hello?
شوابس sponsored by
thank you.
شوابس.
Girl, he got me in hospitality. He's giving me
خاطي ما
drinks, chocolate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Alors محرز وش راك؟ وش تحكي
So
لنا؟
I
راك
just want to
مليح.
say thank you.
عم يعطوا لي في تليفون. Let's
for
ignore that. Let's ignore
the
that.
G
Okay.
podcast for. I just want to say thank you for the G
هكذا آمين.
podcast for having me. Joe
You
Radio
are
on your
welcome.
face.
Pleasure. خو.
If you're watching this Joe Radio on your face, this is my third podcast.
Pleasure شريكي.
you
Pleasure.
so
أنا
much for
شوف.
having me, guys.
شحال عندنا احنا نتعرفوا أنا وياك؟
We
صافي
know each other
5 ans هكذاك.
2000 since 2013.
اها. لا
And-
2015.
No, 2015. We started
2015
together.
لا فات 2015.
Yeah, we studied together.
And it was so good. كيفاش أبكي أني شافي لا بخومييغ فوا شريكي اللي هضرت معايا
I
أنت.
remember the first day I met you too.
You remember that?
You were over the top. I was like, this like high school graduate person with no personality. I joined the legendary Bouzria department. And you were like, that edgy, like, all over the top person.
You're crazy.
And I was like, oh my God, there's other cool people on the planet. And I remember that day, like when you approached me, you were by yourself, and you was like, "Oh, do you go here?" And I was like, "No, I just transferred." Parce que if you remember, درنا transfer حنا وياك.
درنا
درنا
ترانسفير. كلاسة ياخذ group
transfer, got that
13.
transfer, yes, actually.
Group 13 شريكي. It was like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
كنا hell شريكي.
Yeah, it was actually transfer. I just want to say shout out to Alisa. She's in France right now. Shout out to my girl Fila.
Alicia,
Shout out to my
yeah,
girl
Alicia.
Iman. Shout out to Jesus for being the first squad that I've ever met. And that's on period, bitch. Period. What are the words that I can say here? Can I say fuck?
You can say fuck, yeah.
Can I say fuck?
ما نحبوش بك نسبوا
Fuck those
بالعربية.
fake hoes anyway.
It
Anyways.
hurts. راك شايف.
So,
احكي لي على أنا وياك the relationship ديالنا مع technology شريك.
I just don't like technology, to be honest.
كاين بون
I
أنا.
feel like we live in a world where if you can do it with your phone or with like your tablet, you can't do it.
You don't have to think about it.
Technology is good. Technology is good, but like we're the type of people who like really self-conscious about stuff, and we feel like everybody's like watching us. Your FBI agent is just watching you.
Yeah. انت بصح كاين عفسة شوف. كاين عفسة بيني وبينك. انتايا you have this thing تحس بلي everybody is watching you. قاعد يشوفوا فيك.
No,
which is the case دوكا really. شايف قاعد يشوفوا فيك.
Can I do some ASMR?
Yes.
This is the box that I'm talking about right now. Yeah. It's the Schweppes bottle. Schweppes. Take a sip. It tastes like utter shit. But that's okay. Chidal gave it to me.
So it's for free. It's good.
So let's talk about technology.
Let's talk about technology. اصبر أنا حبيت نهضر على the introversion aspect to extroversion. كيما أنت. I'm crazy naturally. أنت مهبليتو.
I feel like I can monitor my craziness. I can monitor my craziness in family events and funerals.
تقدر تكونتروليها.
Sometimes, yeah.
صح اسكو من داك كي when you are being watched by people اسكو you have this extreme social anxiety where you can't function.
Okay, so let's take for example Instagram. I joined Instagram last year, I guess. And I had, I guess, 1,000 followers, my friends, and okay, what's like this? Okay.
One hand,
Okay, one hand.
Voilà.
I joined Instagram like I think last year, and I had like 1,000 friends. I remember that, and I wanted like to experience what every single celebrity experiencing right there. I mean, you were ahead. I remember you were ahead of me of followers.
Yeah.
And back then, I used to follow a lot of people.
Algerian?
Yeah. Algerian, American, but that's not the topic. Anyway, so I've seen like people like doing this social media thing, and I was like, why not? Let's do it. I want to do it.
I'm interesting. I have an interesting personality. Let's put that in work. Yeah?
And I remember I had such frustration, like trying to keep up with the amount of followers that I had. So I was like, why person X is like, having a lot of followers than me, and why this person is like, what's the difference between me and them? And then I started like, working so hard. It's not working actually. It's just like, me trying to put my energy in something that I felt people need to see it. And then like I grow this little base, mainly girls. I just want to say shout out to my girls for being like, that shield who helped me down every time I try to crack. Shout out to my girls for helping a bitch out. And to the boys also, I just want to say thank you for the support. I mean, you're a few. I just want to say thank you so much. But like coming to this platform, nobody's your friend actually. Like nobody's your friend, and the feedback is really like
shallow.
Like it's not shallow, it's like different because like for a person who's openly feminist and like support equal rights and talks about like taboos, I get a lot of backlash. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it puts you in a situation where it's like, what am I doing this? Like I'm not
so you're saying بلي عندك 20k دوكا.
Yes.
21k. تسمى 21k كاين بزاف هذه to make it clear شريكي. كاين بزاف كيشوفوا influencers on Instagram.
I'm not an influencer, by the way.
You wouldn't like to call.
I'm just a bad little bitch from
expressing
the hood
themselves,
who is expressing herself and protecting the girls from getting harassed.
Voilà.
Period.
Good. So let me reformulate that. So كي يشوفوا العباد بنادم عنده بزاف followers يقولوا باللي قاعد the followers ديالو are giving him good feedback.
Actually, like
it's not the truth.
Actually, like the difference between me and other people is no offense, but my followers are real, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't buy mine. And like the relationship between my followers, like I gained my followers in a night. I posted like the Ariana Grande video making fun of Ariana Grande and my vocals, and boom, 7k people joined. And like being.
Are you serious?
Yes, actually. Like,
so it wasn't that gradual. It was like boom.
Actually, exactly because when I stopped like worrying about like this type of things, actually like I gained the base and I gained followers.
Yeah.
For like the people who's like working so hard and making videos and trying to do like things, just like don't do it like with such effort, like just focus on yourself, and one day like the sad Algerian algorithm will pick you up, because I don't think without celebrities' help I would be where I am right now. Shout out to every single person who helped me.
Like who? Give us names.
Oh, can I give names?
Of course you can give names. You're free.
Okay, I just want to say. Okay, who the first helped me? I think Ayoub Hamdi helped me.
Okay.
When I was like with small accounts. He's a fit guy, I guess. I don't know what he's doing right now. All I know he's a fit guy. Milad, this small Instagrammer helped me a lot. She has 30Ks.
Okay.
And then like the big girls joined. I got a shout out from Yumi, who was like a great person. Actually, I had a conversation with her.
Yumi, I don't know her.
Like Yumi, she's a big influencer.
Okay.
And also Yasmin. Like somebody was involved in a racist scandal that I don't want to like to talk about because that's not the main of the topic. Like she was involved, this person was involved in a racist scandal, and I had to like to step in, like to play the social justice warrior to protect like this person.
By the way, excuse me. By the way, Mahrez, he is like a kind of. Could I call you a social justice, social media
when it concerned the girls?
Bullying, cyberbullying.
Yes, when it concerns the girls, like what it's about, like girls, like prevent sexual harassment, like trying to create this like this conscious culture about like you're a woman, you're not supposed to worry about marriage, or you don't have to feel like your period is like is something bad, or you have to feel like you owe yourself to a man.
Voilà.
Like I like to preach about this kind of stuff because it's really weird. This kind of things are said by a man because we live in a patriarchal society to an extent. Like we live in so it's really weird for a dude who takes his platform and say, "Oh, girl, I think you are allowed to have sex as much as any other dude out there."
Ce qui est bizarre, c'est que في هذا le pays, in this country, enfin Northern Africa, it was a matriarchal country.
Yes.
كانوا women, they used to rule. We'd have tinhinan,
yes,
and then
yes, and I would like to make a statement.
Okay.
I don't want to be like backlash. I think as a society, as Algerian society, we have an identity crisis because, like, you know, we are the result of multiple civilization coming to this country and just using this country. Like, the colonization played a major role in our country. We are a victim of colonization since when? Like, thousands and thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
Yeah, so we
يقول
have...
لك دوكا في the DNA tests يقول لك بلي Northern Africa are the oldest.
Yeah, actually.
It's a mashup of cultures of DNA. C'est très intéressant كي تجي تشوف هكذايا. C'est comme si par exemple أنا pour moi كي يجي بنادم il nie. He denies the culture and the identity of Algerians. C'est comme si بنادم يدخل لك لداركم هكذا يقول لك اسمع انت كاع منين جيت نتايا انا هو اللي نبدل لكم لا كل شيء.
Yeah, exactly.
So انا pour moi it pisses me off شريكي. دوك العباد يقدروا يقولوا لي it's an old debate. No. If it's an old debate, is it done? Is it like did we find a solution for that? No, you're still denying, so we're not going to stop talking about that. That's my opinion.
I feel like Islam changed the society radically. I don't want to say it in like a negative perspective or a positive perspective. I'm just being biased in the situation.
Yeah, because by the way, on this podcast, we don't really talk about religion or politics.
We never talked about religion or politics.
We just express some feelings.
Because, like, you know, to an extent, we never experienced patriarchy. And patriarchy is like, you know, شبه الجزيرة العربية made. So, in Europe, there is women who rule. And God knows, in the new world, there is no actual, like, you know, form of civilization. We're talking, for example, the Maya and the Aztec civilization. Like, you know, it was a civilization, but it was pretty much like form of patriarchy.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, men rule and pretty much like survival of the fittest.
They were crazy, man.
Yeah.
واش كانوا يديروا the Maya? They used to play
football
with people's heads.
Yeah.
واللي يربح يروح يقتله يسكري فيه واللي يربح مش اللي يخسر.
Yeah, the culture of sacrifice.
واللي يربح يقول لك يروح الجنة ولا ما باش what they have.
Yeah.
This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
وهذه is Joe Rogan's joke. I like this. قال لك how could people believe or take the opinion of an old society that didn't even invent shoes.
I swear.
Because they didn't have shoes. Like,
I swear to God.
Fucking weird. أنا par exemple كي نشوفوا the Algerian society. هنا أبغى بلي the Algerian society elle est tellement old que كاين a writer and a philosopher واسمه Terence McKenna هدايا كتب واحد الكتاب واسمه Food of the Gods يهضر على psychedelic mushrooms ويهضر على how the first shaman شدوك shamans هدوك كي تروح to the Maya ولا تروح to
This is his thing, ladies and gentlemen. Like, he's a Mahatma Gandhi. So
slash
carry on.
Mahatma. I'm like I do speeches about.
I don't like Gandhi because they killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Carry on.
But you like me. You do like me.
Of course I like you.
Okay, so I'm like
a guru,
a guy,
right?
a guru who speaks about mental health, but I am mentally fucked. This is why I stopped doing this bullshit to mental health too, parce que it drove me crazy. دوك وين لحقت I'm happier كي نقول العباد okay I'm depressed. I'm actually pissed off. أنا زعفان شريكي. أنا مقلق. ما نسيش نفورسي باسكو واش لقيت باللي كي نسي نفورسي excuse me when I try to become better لتما وين depressed باسكو I'm forcing my positivity and I hate that. Well, how do you deal with this entire?
Look, to be honest, like, this is actually one of the first times that I'm going to talk about my mental health.
Are you okay?
Yes, of
okay
course
with
I am okay. This is actually really good for the girls and
Good.
the boys and everybody who like keeps up with me. And
Because they look up to you.
No, they don't look up to me. Come on, I hate, like, you know. By the way, girls,
I don't care. Who might they do?
If you're listening to this and you're watching this, don't send me text saying I'm a fan or I look up to you. I'm a mess. And I am an academic failure. I never had a good grade. And I always had problems with teachers. Let's go back now to my mental health.
Go ahead.
So, I'm going through like a midlife crisis. Like, I'm not supposed to have a midlife crisis by the age of 22, but I am actually having a midlife crisis. Basically, when I graduated, I didn't think that I was going to graduate because I was failing most of the semesters. And I was like, okay, it's going to be a good opportunity for me to repeat the year, get a good average, and, like, you know, try to see other stuff because I will have plenty of time. If I'm just going like, to chill and actually do some things and focus on school. But I fucking graduated. I graduated. And then, like, it was the big surprise. Like, people start calling me. It was like, مبروك عليك. And I was like, مبروك عليا what? Like, I got 5 LS and 7 LS. They're like, how this is even possible? The impact of my mother, and guys, my relationship with my mother is, my mother one day came to my room and she was like, a little bird told me that you're failing. And it was my best friend, actually. It was like, a little bird told me that you were failing. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm not failing. She was like, here's the deal. If you're failing, you're going to quit your job. So the pressure that I had of me trying to actually pass that year,
that was a hell of a year.
I literally studied the whole curriculum in a fucking week.
Same.
I swear to God that I studied the whole curriculum in a year. I was like,
let me ask you, did you cry?
I cried a lot.
I cried like a woman and like a crazy man.
Let me tell you something why I cried. Let me tell you something why I cried.
I saved myself. I cried like a woman, but like a crazy man.
Good, because even boys and men cry.
Yeah.
Break the stigma.
And I do cry.
Break the stigma, honey. Anyway.
I'm like hypersensitive.
So when I graduated, I am here in the middle of nowhere. Just graduated. And I wasn't like, aiming to apply for a master's because I've never thought that like, having a master's degree is that important. Like, you have your bachelor degree, like, get the fuck out, like, start working. Luckily, I started working like in a really early age. Besides like this job that I'm working at right now, which is sucks. If you work with me and you're watching, I hate you. I started working like in a really early age. I started working at 16 actually. Because my father was sick, and like, I never felt like, my parents should give me something or provide me something, especially when I started growing up. Knowing that, like, my parents are like really financially stable, are not the type of people who's like, we don't have or something like that. I'm not like, discriminating people or like, financial issues, but my parents were actually like, financially stable. But I had to come to myself since I was 16. Like, I mean, it wasn't that good. It was
what was
like,
your first job?
I was حمال.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
Check out my hands. So rough.
Damn, Shadi.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked حمال for like 2 summers, and
it was hell.
It wasn't. Let me tell you why.
Really?
Yes.
You're strong.
Damn,
Damn, you're strong.
Strength, actually, because I felt like I'm gonna buy 3 shoes.
That was the motivation.
I'm gonna get some new clothes. I'm gonna get a new phone.
I'm saying this because أنا خدمت حمال for a day, شريكي.
I actually worked for 2 summers.
Really?
Yeah, and then like the person that I was to work for, he was like, dude, let me work as a cashier. So I worked as a cashier for a year. Like for a year.
Better
then,
than
like,
حمال. Better than
better than حمال.
Yeah.
Of course, better than حمال. Like les travaux durs like are really.
Damn, I hate that.
Really hard. And then, like, I came to, I graduated, so it was Buzarrea. And, Buzarrea, you don't have the time to work, even if it's, like, really easy. So, either you study صباح and work العشية, or just don't.
So, what did we choose? We chose نريحوا في بوزرية ونقصروا.
Yeah,
and we get to know people.
Exactly.
احكي على البيريود تاع بوزرية باسكو البي انا كي رحت لتيزي وزو البجاية الوهران يقولوا لي يا البي غير نقول لهم بوزرية.
We have a notorious reputation in our department. Can I get a cigarette?
A sig.
Yeah. I have a notorious reputation in the B department with my homegirl Miss Saoud. Shout out to Miss Saoud. Shout out to me Mosley. He's busy. My friend is always busy doing something. Shout out to me Moslays for being my ride or die. Wait, I'm gonna light my cigarette. For being like, my ride or die for almost 4 years. Yes, because I was too busy discovering myself. Anyways. So, the experience with me in Al-Bayt was actually really... At the beginning, it was frustrating, to be honest. Because, like, I'm not cool anymore. And I'm not the center of the universe anymore.
What do you mean I'm not cool anymore?
I'm not cool anymore. Like, looking at you, looking at other people, I was like, I'm just like, a basic bitch from Hderna who tends to love Lil Kim. And you guys were like over the top with your like, open-minded spirit / like, you know, like used to dress really like, it's not weird, it's like
different,
exotic. Like, and Jesus was a rapper. Shout out to Jesus. He's in the army right now. And I was like, damn, bro, I'm not cool anymore.
So you felt that way?
Yeah, I felt that way. I've always felt that way, actually. I've always felt like...
And I still feel that way.
I've always felt like, you know, I don't belong and I don't fit in and I'm not that cool. I had like, you know, complex d'infériorité for like almost 2 years in high school because I wasn't being myself until, like, you know, I came to Hderna and I realized that, guess what, bitch, you're not that cool. And then, like, you know, I started being myself. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I started, like, you know, being myself and accepting myself. And people started to like me. Because, like, you know, we were a controversial group. Like, Group 13. We were so controversial. We dropped. Actually, a lot of people dropped.
3 teachers بدلهم.
Yeah.
حبسوا parce que
You know why? You know why? I actually did an analysis lately. So basically, here's the deal. الجروب ديالنا جروب تاع معرفة باسكو قعدنا transfer. And, like, you know, we weren't afraid. There's no the element of, like, you know, الخوف. We used to do whatever we want, whatever the fuck we want, because, like, you know, the transfer. People, like, you know, wanted to do this, but they don't have the opportunity to do this. I personally switched 3 majors before I settled down on English. I started with sciences humaines, and then I was like, what the fuck am I studying? And then I went to socio, and then I was like, girl, why they speak Arabic? And why all of them are accusing me of sexual harassment when I ask for a ban?
Anna, for example, Anna, I didn't give a shit about school هذاك العام. I got really good marks. وعبالك كيفاش كنت هذيك لا بيريود إلى شفيت. أنا وخيسوس, we would go to girls and hate on girls all the time. So, hey girl, what's up? You got juicy lips. Yeah, come on.
I actually
some girls really hated that, and some girls really loved that.
Can you believe it, Jihad, that I was literally like mapping things?
How?
Like,
what do you mean
like
mapping?
literally writing, brainstorming ideas, how to be cool in B. Sad. Hashtag really sad.
Really sad.
I was literally brainstorming ideas of how to impress people. How dare you, society? Look what you made me through.
You know what's worse than this? نقولك what's worse than this? Actually being cool at the B and realizing that it's bullshit.
Yeah, I swear to God.
I got in a huge depression.
Yes.
Surtout troisième année الأولى ديالي parce que أنا out this troisième année. Big up. Out troisième année, and it was like I realized shit. I was like, what did I do? دوكا وين نروح كي نروح نقرا قاعد يجوا يهضروا معايا. And I hate that. And I'm an introvert.
Yes.
And I'm naturally an introvert.
I'm not an introvert or an extrovert, to be honest.
Yeah, what are you?
Like, sure, I might be really wild. Like, you can see me in my stories and with my friends. By the way, I'm going to bring my friends later, as I promised, for you, like, to do a cameo. I have social anxiety in public places, ladies and gentlemen. In every single social event, I take the motherfucking corner and worrying if people are better than me.
Shit.
Which is something really sad for a person like me.
بصح دوكا كي قلتها انت أبك بلي they're gonna be like, oh, it's not just me.
Yeah.
And I have it every time, شريكي. All the time.
Yeah, I have social anxiety, by the way, guys. I'm going through a midlife crisis, and there's a lot of shit going on in my life right now. I'm really trying to figure out what am I heading and what am I doing and what if or what not. So that's why, like, I'm not active a lot on social media.
Because active
yeah, I'm not really active.
أنا مانيش نشوف قاع. It's not personal. I'm not looking at social media هاد الأيامات. I'm just posting parce oh my gosh, شريك. parce que شوف نقول لك عفسة. Can I be honest?
Yes, of course.
parce que أنا, to be honest, if I watch you, I unconsciously نبدأ نكومباري روحي معاك. نقول I'm feeling good when I feel like shit. وبعدوش I have these huge, bursts of anxiety.
Same. There is a bunch of people that I actually personalize it because how can you afford to go to Monaco and then you go to Morocco? While am I on a minimum wage job? How dare you? And you post that shit on Instagram? I'm a weak bitch.
Who did that?
I work 8 hours a day. I can't say names.
Okay.
Because they will find out that I'm impersonalization.
Okay. For
but
me, you can say names.
If you went to Monaco, you can suck my... Like, let me tell you something. The G podcast. If you went to Monaco, you can suck my dick. You can suck my motherfucking tiny dick, and you don't deserve to be in my timeline. That's why you fucking sordinatek. يقولوا sordinatek. I don't know. Fuck francophones.
What does that mean? Does that mean? I don't know.
I don't have no fucking idea. I just invented a word.
You have a pretty good French انت.
No.
مين داك تهرب لك شوية في الأكسون كيما أنا.
Look,
No,
all I can
no.
say in French is bla 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 pouki. Ferme la porte, il y a un pouki dans le sas.
اسمع شفت
That's
هذه
it.
on a story.
That's all I know in French. Bye bye, j'ai pas besoin de bad boy. Je t'ai barré fort, là j'ai pas time pour toi. Shout
Let me
out.
guess, this is a song.
Yes, of course. From the
Okay.
legendary Aya Nakamura that I look up so much to. Thank you for reposting me twice. I love you, Aya Nakamura, so much. Anyways, listen to me, girls. Listen
Social
to me,
anxiety.
to every single person who is watching this. If you're going through depression or anxiety attacks, like, mental illness is actually real and it's actually like clinically proven. So if you're going through some stuff, there's nothing wrong with seeking help. There's nothing wrong with talking about it to your friends or to psychiatrists, or to even write about it or speak about it, because there's a lot of people who struggle from this on the daily, and they just don't want to talk about it because they are a pioneer of something. It was like, if I'm going to fall down, then my parents are going to fall down. If I'm going to act in a certain way, my friends are going to notice that I changed. If I'm going to be depressed, I'm not going to be productive. If I have anxiety attacks, I will be stuck at things. But it's totally normal, because mental illness is something that you guys are not supposed to ignore or act like it doesn't exist, because we don't have this culture in our society. We just refer as هذاك مدبرس وهذاك عامق وهذاك يحب يدير روحه this وهذاك يحب يدير روحه that, knowing that actual depression is somebody who's sitting with you in the room, laughing, making jokes, cracking things, trying to be as much as positive as he can, and then when he goes to his fucking bed, he cries his guts out. He cut himself. He do some hideous thing to his body because he just hate himself. And which is something that you should reach out to people about and talk about it.
Yes. That's what you
Seek
were
help.
saying. That's totally me, شريكي. انت كي انا باغ اكزومبل كي نكون نهضر مع دي جون هكذا نقول لهم بلي جو ديبريم هاد اليومات I'm depressed. They don't believe me. They're like no, and that pisses me off. أنا par exemple عندي هاد الأفسة تاع I don't like to show it in front of people. This is why on my Instagram you show شنو هاد اليامات I'm showing myself crying and being pissed off et tout. بصح دوكا يا كاين ميساج لازم نقولوا للعباد هذوما اللي يخبوا
Can I get some of the sorbet? Can I get some of the sorbet? Can I get some of the sorbet?
Petite pause sorbet.
Don't speak French, we're live.
Pour l'instant, Mahrez déguste son sorbet.
This is some nasty shit.
Coca-Cola.
Shut the fuck up, je parle.
préfère هذه يا أخ.
That's some nasty
I
shit.
prefer this.
Okay.
You good?
Thank
What are
so
you
much.
doing?
This is my bodyguard, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
the
so
fuck, Shadi?
if you have something to say,
sucked
to
it all.
say,
Touche.
bitch. So as I was saying, I love you, Hakim. So you
Yes,
should
as you-
guys seek help and talk about it. Like, even when you talk about it, you feel relieved, to be honest. Because when I'm down, I swear I can deactivate my social media and try to reminisce what happened, or try how am I so what am I doing, and this whole process of me having a contact with my emotions that I repress on the daily. Job pressure, family pressure, society pressure, DMs, hate, unnecessary comments, stalkers.
That gets into you.
Well, this is actually the thing that I never asked, or she asked. I never thought that would happen. Because when I came on this platform, I was like, so what? It's 10k followers. Until my friend Agnes, shout out to Agnes, shout out to Jay people. She was like, do you know that having 6,000 followers equals 3 high schools? 20K is la faculté تبع بزوار. Just imagine that.
In one place. Imagine that in one place.
Just imagine 20,000 followers.
Damn.
Like, you know,
Knowing what you're doing.
knowing what you're doing.
That's so bad.
Yeah. Look how many screenshots that you have that people have on their phones of
Yeah.
my face and my friends. Something that I jeopardize actually, like, you know, now thanks to me, like my friends are getting recognized and sometimes they just don't like it. Like, you know, my friends, sometimes they're just gonna be like, you're Hakim's bodyguard or you're the cute guy from his
Really?
Instagram.
You don't like that?
He doesn't like that actually. When you guys refer to him as no, he actually doesn't like that. Hakim once called me on the phone. He was like, if somebody's gonna call me your bodyguard one more time, I swear to God, I'm gonna spit on your face. I'm going to spit on your
Good,
face.
Shariki.
And he has like, you know, this thing that he spit on people's faces. I remember one day this girl came at him and then he was like, oh my God, you're the Kimson. He's like, and I was like, Hakim.
Really?
It's actually a joke. And I was like, Hakim, you're not supposed to do this. She's friendly. And he's like,
Holy
I was like, for the
shit,
second time? And like, you know, my friend Karim, he's just like, nah, I'm not going to talk about this shit. Fuck this shit. Like, I'm
Yeah.
too pretty for this shit. Karim, come here.
Karim.
Come here.
Karim.
No, he's the hot guy.
He's
not
the
the shy
hot guy. Are you shy,
This
Karim?
this is my finest assets, ladies and gentlemen. I traded him with thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay? And I have
Look there.
Riyadh. Come here.
Riyadh, he's licking
Yeah,
stuff.
bring your ice cream and get your fucking ass in here.
Come and lick the ice cream in front of
So,
in
this
front
is
of the
Riyadh.
screen.
You probably don't know Riyadh a lot because, unlike my other friends, the Riyadh is successful and a hard-working ass. He busts himself with work and studies. He's so smart. He's an intellect. And when he's under influence, he's actually get really scientific. Really scientific. So,
Whoa.
yeah. They get really scientific. I've been blessed with, like, you know, this combination of friends that I actually never had, to be honest. Like, you know, you remember my ex-friendships with certain people. That it didn't turn out good and it went on, like, you know, really bad path. Like, you know, wish nothing but success and happiness to the people that have been through my life. Is Mo here?
More, come in.
Can you come? We're not discussing, I'm just talking about my friends and your sorbet, your bar of sorbet. Mo
Is
is
it the same flavor?
Mo is the type of
Is it the same flavor? Coca-Cola.
It's Coke.
It's shitty.
Yeah,
shitty.
so this is Mo. Mo, you have something to say?
Concerning what?
Concerning everything. Yeah, Mo is my shady cunt. Like, you know, he's my educated, my contisha. Like, you know, he's the educated, like my voice of reason. When I'm about to do something fucked up, Mo is gonna be like, sleep on it. Mahrez, sleep on it. When I'm about to shimmer a bitch's face, Mahrez is gonna be like, sleep on it. When I'm about to commit it.
You can pull up.
We can pull up. We can pull up.
We can pull up.
Me and Mo, we would pull up.
We would jump.
We would have jumped. Yeah, we would have jumped her. We would have jumped them.
Yeah, definitely.
We would have jumped them.
We would jump
I
them.
seen that motherfucker in Algerie Centre and I was wishing for the motherfucker to speak. Me and Mo would have jumped him.
I wish a bitch would.
I wish a bitch would.
But
That's
if
my
she
ride or
wouldn't-
die.
She wouldn't. She never.
She never
could.
She never could. She never will.
She
She never
literally
will.
could.
She never will.
Yeah, she
It's
never
getting
Because we're that
spicy,
type of
guys.
bitch.
It's getting spicy.
We're that type of bitch.
Let's.
Do you want to make a statement before you fucking leave? Because this is your only 5 minutes that you're gonna have.
I really think.
Come to the mic. Come to the mic,
What does Nicki
Google.
Minaj say when it comes after? No, the hostess.
Come
here.
on.
What does the hostess say after Nicki Minaj said Miley was good?
Congratulations, person X. We all do interviews and we tend to keep.
I think we all do interviews. We've all been on those Instagram pages.
Okay.
but bring it down a notch.
Bring it down. Bring it down a notch.
Bring it down a notch.
Bring it down
That's
a
all
notch.
I want to say.
Okay, now let's talk about technology.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about technology?
I want to talk about technology بصح ما نعرفش نهضر على technology بصح نبلش
Okay,
كاين
bye
everybody.
كيما par
It was
exemple
fun.
I leave زعما نقولوا technology أنا pour
I'm gonna hold
جدال.
a knife.
Okay,
So if
اسمع.
that people talk shit.
technology quand il s'agit du podcast maintenant جدال هو اللي يستكلف
Yeah.
كاين بزاف عباد كاين كيما باغ اكزومبل رامي زموشي يعرف بزاف
Who?
رامي زموشي تاع اسمه تاع انستغرام ياك شايفه يدير بزاف هو تكنولوجي I
Who?
think he's in Berlin دوكا
Wait a minute. Who's that?
you don't know him
Wait a minute. I'm just gonna ask my friends who, like, you know, familiar with the Instagram community.
I don't know her.
You don't know her? Karim, do you know her?
I'm
Do you-
just enjoying my sorbet.
You're just enjoying your sorbet?
really
We just don't support people who are spoken and out about their support for Trump, and they endorse, like they endorse
I didn't know that he supports Trump.
who?
Was Ramiz Moushi.
I don't know him.
Okay, continue, please.
I don't know him.
After
Okay,
you.
if we're going to address this person, we're going to address him as person X or Zabushi, because that's why my followers been calling him for like the longest. So I don't know if you want to address this person, or we can change the topic. So this is your choice. Mr. X,
you are
Zabushi,
free. شوف
you
أنا
want. The way you want.
l'idée تاع le podcast.
I'm your guest.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
are my
the
guest.
boss in here.
شوفوا l'idée تاع le podcast is to talk freely. So you can talk about whatever you want. Doka, you can talk. If you want to talk about Ramiz Moushi and you want to give your opinion,
No,
you can
I'm
give your
genuinely asking
opinion.
who. I don't know that name.
Talk about the one you don't know.
Okay, so I feel like Shofum, like having a base is a responsibility. You can't just like go and throw your shit, like your things on people, because
Maybe
like,
we're gonna get him here one day.
no, because people are really easy to influence. Because people are really easy to influence. Like my base is from 16 to 21. And like this is the age where you're going to realize stuff about yourself. And like being influenced by other people. So if you have your platform and you endorse the gun policy in the United States and preach about your support to Trump, who's putting motherfuckers in fucking cages and preventing my transgender people from doing the military service, that's not cute. That's not a fucking cute look.
I actually
that's
didn't
not a
know.
cute look. No, it's not a cute look, sweetheart. And if you are here, I actually notice people about. I actually noticed something about people in their Instagram things. They just go and there's I'm better than people. Bitch, you're not. Bitch, you're not. Nobody gives a fuck about you and your fucking 8K followers or 20K followers or 2 million followers or I don't know, bazillion followers. Everybody's looking at you. I don't know. Everybody's looking at you for a reason.
So you really okay, شوف bon أنا my opinion about Ramiz Moushi c'est que the one you don't know.
Good.
درنا speech أنا وياه ورانيا بن كرفت
Oh girl, it's the who's on whose. Girl, let me sip my Schweppes. Let me sip my motherfucking Schweppes, bitch. Let me sip my Schweppes because it's getting juicy up in this bitch. Wait.
Okay صح ثم apparemment عندك another problem دوكا.
No, actually, nothing but love and my support to my girl Rania Bancroft. We used to be friends back in the days. We split up for artistic differences that I'm not supposed to motherfucking share in the G Spot podcast.
The G podcast.
Let's just call it the G Spot podcast because it's so euphoric.
Actually كان واحد آخر an American podcast G Spot.
Yeah. So shout out to my girl. She's doing her thing. She's getting her bag. Nothing but respect for my girl. Just because we're not talking or we're not in a relationship doesn't mean that I hate her. Doesn't mean that I dislike her. I wish nothing but success and happiness to the girl. Can I get an amen? Can I get
amen?
Can I get an amen? We're not here.
Amen.
What do you expect from me, as a person who preaches about, feminism and women equality and, equal opportunities, and here I am talking shit about a girl.
Doesn't I think, in my opinion, that it doesn't matter if she's a girl or a man. L'essentiel, if you have an opinion about a person, you have an opinion about a person. Pour moi, for me.
Well, it's different
so.
because my brand is protecting these girls, show these girls the right path, show these girls independency.
Do they come to you and they open up?
A lot. I actually my girls trust me, to be honest, because sometimes
you have an army.
I have an army actually.
Yeah,
do you know when people bully me, they actually pull up.
They
pull up.
Really?
Yeah. I had an altercation with this pseudo Instagrammer the other day, and he had to shut down his account for 2 days because my girls kept on his ass. Bitch, what the fuck? Who you trying? Who you trying? People are not the same. And back to my point, Jihad.
Okay.
So basically, when you have a base, you're not supposed to talk some nonsense to people with different age boxes. if it's somebody who's 16 and he's gonna like, you know, listen to you preaching about Trump and saying that like you know, we don't like gun control, like who is she? And or like, you know, we hate, like, you know, we endorse, like, you know, this whole globalization movement in other countries. Like, we got this motherfucker saying, Algerian airports are bad. Okay, first word, yeah, Algerian airports are bad. First world countries are way too developed than us. Nobody gives a fuck that you went to Dallas. Do you see me give a fuck? Boys, do you see me give a fuck?
Nope.
Do we give a fuck about people who has a motherfucking complex because they're ashamed of their countries? Bitch, I'm from the hood. I'm from the motherfucking hood, bitch. Like, you know,
can do that shit.
No. People where I'm from,
Yeah, man.
people where I'm from, they
You
don't
touch-
pass 25. I
God
buried
damn.
my best friends three years ago.
God damn.
I know what I'm doing to my platform. I'm trying to... How do you say it in French? Sensibiliser.
Sensibiliser.
Yeah. We're trying to sensibiliser these girls to have, like, you know, to have a career. Like, you know, to actually pursue their dreams. To have sexual freedom.
Yes.
Yeah, sexual
Especially,
expression.
by the way, هنجيبوا دي سكسولوج لهنا. You have to
Interesting.
know. نجيبوا دي سكسولوج اللي راهم يديروا بزاف a lot of work about sexual education باسكو هنايا لي زالجيريان ابارامون واحد الخطره راني كنت ندير تياتر مع لونيو هنايا ودرنا ان ايفينمون على واسمو على sexual health اي تو دينا معنا كوندومز دي بريزرفاتيف ودرنا بهم ذا بلاي جالي واحد يهضر كان اجون من لي زاجون تما قال لي كيفاش انت تحب لا فامي ديالك يقراو على لو سكس ومنا What the fuck, شريكي? How are you here? How the fuck are you here, شريكي? And
definitely.
he forgot, شريكي. He forgot where he came from and how he came to this life. Okay. Donc, yes, when you said sexual, what did you say?
Sexual expression and sexual freedom.
Yes, and choice as well.
85% of Algerian women didn't come in the past 25 years.
Yes.
Who's responsible? Men. Who's responsible? Petrie motherfucking Archie. Who's responsible? Social abstract. Who's responsible on this shit? Men. Y'all bitches be coming and sleeping? And leaving these girls turned on and lonely? Shame on y'all. Fake flexing and shit. Saying that you're the man. Why you can't give a girl a rush or a hush?
Just keep going.
Get the fuck out of here.
Keep going. You're in a flow.
Get the fuck
Just
out
carry
of
on
here.
doing that shit.
Wait, it's really sticky.
ترخفت.
Yep, it did.
I mean, this conversation is really juicy to be honest.
رخفتها له يا اخو.
Anyways, wait, let
Nice.
me like, you know.
What are you gonna do?
Wait, hold on.
7 minutes?
7 minutes? It was too short.
امين معلش ما هضرتش ادخل معانا انت. ادخل ذا جي for the next time. تخلطت.
Okay, so here's
يا
the
اخو
deal.
ولات لوس هذه يا اخو. ترخفت.
Wait, let me try to get Amin on this. Can I get Amin on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
امين حز.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a one-time exclusive. Y'all never heard. Okay, if he's gonna accept, because, like, you know, he's like the star in the fucking squad. Okay, let's try to get Amin on this.
No, I think this one is.
So, I'm in the podcast right now, and I want you, like, this is actually, people never saw you talking before. This is the first time.
Oh my god.
So, what do you want to say? Can you see Emmy from here? Check. Can they see
شوفي
Emmy
لي
from here?
يبان.
Can they see him? Okay, express yourself. You have 2 minutes.
You have to give him.
ما عندي منقول محرز
You have
شو
to give him
نقول؟
something specific.
You need to say something about
Say
what
some
you're
things.
doing.
Something specific.
Yeah.
ندير والو محرز انا ما ندير والو سيستيفر.
No. Let's talk about educating the girls.
Existing.
Let's talk about educating the girls.
Come on محرز. I don't know.
Seriously, everybody made a cameo here. Come on. Let's talk about politics. What do you expect is going to be tomorrow? What's going to be tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow ما حيصير والو basically. راح تتقلب شوية ومن بعد كل واحد يروح لدارهم. والانتخابات يجوزوا.
Much agreed. صح. I agree.
يا من حراك راح يقبل له.
So they can see him.
باي باي.
Anyways, you got the whole squad. I tried to do my best to get Emin on the phone because people never seen him talking anymore. Like even whispering before.
صح ما يهدرش بزاف
Yeah, he
on
doesn't
his
talk that
Instagram.
much. He doesn't
نجيبوه
talk that
نجيبوه
much.
on the
Yeah, he
podcast
definitely
if he
needs to
want to if he wants to.
I mean, he's interesting actually.
Yeah, of
He's
course,
actu-
yeah,
he's
yeah.
really interesting actually. He's one of
Yeah.
the few people that I actually try to communicate with in other conversations.
Yeah.
Like concerning everything in the world.
Deep
that's
conversations you talk about
Yeah,
everything.
actually.
You're a really good friends in
happening. Yeah, I'm blessed with having a really healthy structure of friends that I never had in the past. I'm so grateful for the people that I have around me and my family, and I think you should talk. I talked a lot. I talked shit a lot.
It's good.
I actually talked shit a lot.
You're the guest.
Anyways, I just want to say I just want to
say
say to the people that I talked shit about, you deserve it. Change yourself. Change yourself, bitch. Don't fuck with me. Stay in your lane. I'm a hood bitch. I'm not an Instagram model.
So what is next for you? وش حتدير؟ وش راك تخمم تدير؟
I can't announce it.
You don't want to.
I can't announce it because I know the girls they're gonna get crazy.
Really?
I can't announce it. But it's
Is it
gonna
like
be
real
It's gonna
concrete
be
shit?
really big. It's gonna be really
Really?
big actually because
Yeah.
I have okay, this is actually a little scoop. I have a design team, a tech team, a footage team. That's all I can say. And few celebrities. So
Yeah.
that's the next thing. And it's gonna be 2020. So yeah.
What's 2020? What does it mean?
Next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next year. Okay.
Next year is gonna be
alright.
the year.
Yeah, and I guess that yeah, these projects مليحة كيما هضرت عليها by the way. ما أنا عندي الغلطة هذيك تاع نهضر
Don't.
بزاف على لي بروجي. You know what happens when you talk about it? Your brain releases dopamine.
And it doesn't happen.
Yeah. أنا it happens أنا نهضر عليها.
It doesn't happen.
I mean عندنا أفسا كي نهضروا.
Karim is claiming the half of the Snickers actually. He was like, if you're not gonna give me the half of the Snickers,
جبت
روح أبي الدار.
ثلاثة.
So
Okay.
I
Did
need
you
to
eat
give him
one?
the
This is
whole-
your first one?
no, actually this is my first one.
أنا كليت كملت كلش. Anyways قلت لك بلي أنا عندي بروبلم أنا وجدال كي نحبوا نديروا أفسا نهضروا عليها ومن بعد شنو it becomes difficult for us باش نديروها. Because you know what happens? The brain it's all in the imagination. The brain secretes dopamine. ومن بعد شنو غير تحكي عليها يقول لك the brain you already did it. راك شايف؟ And then when you feel like that you don't actually do it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just like masturbation. You just come and then you're like.
I just masturbate. I masturbate 6 times a day,
It's good.
Sometimes-
it's good, yeah.
24 times a week. And when I'm dry, when I'm not having sex because I'm really sexually active. That's just cool for the girls. Girls,
Yeah.
you should have sex. You should do everything that you want. You should play these boys because boys are trash and they don't deserve you. Wrap this up, Jihad.
Okay. So thank you so much. It was a great pleasure.
It was a pleasure,
ميم سي ما
actually.
خليتنيش نهضر بزاف بصح
Whoever
I liked it.
Whoever thought that I'll be a guest in a person that I met 5 years ago?
5 years ago.
5
Damn.
years ago. And I was like, what's this weird hairdo?
Yeah.
Why his hair is like that? He looks like an ogre. He smelled like one too. And now we're friends.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jihad for being
Shout out,
one
man.
of the solid people that I've ever met in my life.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I love
Pleasure.
you so fucking much.
And he's gonna be كيفاش يقولوا a constant, a regular guest. Voilà.
Probably. I'm just going to be giving you your reality check segment.
Yeah.
I will have that.
I'm sure that they would love to.
Yeah, I would like
Yeah.
to say thank you to
Especially
Jidal.
your girls.
Yeah, thank you to Jidal for having me. I love you so much. I love you so much, bro. I swear to God. I wanted to have you part of I'm fat, so make funash the seats. Jihad looked at me and was like, you didn't lose weight, huh? Well, I guess we have to be just me and you.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Next time you're gonna be talking to Jidal.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So okay, thank you so much for listening to
I love
the
you so
G
much.
podcast نقطة الجيم. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's going to
You
be
will
dropped
leave
on the
English?
15th, on the 17th.
Le 15 ou le 17.
Tune in, bitches.
Thank
and
you.
listen to the tea. Period.
Cheers.